What's going on, guys? Isaac Fleischer here, and welcome to another iHoopsFL interview. Now, before we begin, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at iHoopsFL. I post all these interviews that I do here on YouTube, so if you guys are showing up later or leaving early, and you don't really feel like rewatching the whole interview to see what you missed, you can find all the highlights and all the best clips on my Instagram at iHoopsFL. And for you guys that want to look at any of the other work that I've done around the world of basketball, that can all be found on my Twitter at iHoopsRecruits for some recent recruitment info I've been putting up about some of these guys I've talked to, along with all the articles I've written for a company down here in South Florida. That can be found on my Twitter as well. Again, it is at iHoopsRecruits, the Twitter, at iHoopsFL on Instagram. But anyways, enough about me. Let me bring on our guest right now. What's going on, my guy? How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well, man. Thanks for asking. Well, anyways, let's get right to this interview. So it kind of says it there. So, my name's Isaac as well, but I don't have a cool nickname like you. But, luckily for yourself, you got yourself a nickname. It's Isaac NaNa Hester. Or is that how you say it, right? NaNa, or is it?
Yeah, NaNa.
Oh, yeah, Isaac NaNa Hester. That's your nickname. So how did you get the nickname NaNa?
I got it when I was young, Nobody really knows, but my dad, he's African, he brought it along from Africa. It means chief in Africa. So he brought that over, started calling me, and it's stuck since, everybody calls me that.
Including like your friends too, or just kind of people in your family?
Yeah, friends, all that. They all call me NaNa everywhere I go.
Okay, so but how that kind of happened? Like, did your dad tell your friends like, hey, you gotta call him this nickname, or how are you kind of able to spread it all around like that?
I think it just got passed on, my parents, then friends coming over, then they start calling me that, and then just went around. Everybody's calling me NaNa, so I like it.
How does it kind of feel having a nickname?
It feels great, sometimes your name gets boring, tired of hearing it, you got your nickname, everybody calls you. I think my nickname is pretty cool. The background with it.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. You're saying that your name's kind of boring, but I have the same name. I think it's pretty cool. So, how do you like having that name Isaac, or do you just kind of I don't like it. I like my nickname more.
Isaac's a great name. We both got it. It's probably the best name. But sometimes it gets wearing out. You gotta go to nickname.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd say a good amount of Isaacs, but I've never been. No, I've been in a scenario like in class before where there's like multiple Isaacs, but no one spells it the way like you and I spell it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the two A's, nobody really spells it like that. It's true.
Yeah. That's gonna be the wave though. We're gonna make it like the most popular name in a few years. People are gonna they're gonna want to name their kids after us after they see this interview.
Yes, sir. We gotta pass it on.
Yeah, definitely. And now I know that you guys did decide to transfer to the Randy School for your sophomore year. So why did you decide to play basketball at Randy now?
It was I live in the shore. That's where Randy's at. I decided to come back, closer to family, so they'll be able to watch my games. All my trainings down here. So it all just made sense. Come back home.
So where were you going to school before then?
I was at Gil St. Bernard School up in Gladstone.
Okay. And is that like a lot farther away?
Yeah, it's a lot farther. It's kind of closer to Pennsylvania that way. So, it's a pretty far drive. So, my family, couldn't really see as many games as they wanted to. So, yeah.
And were you like living in your house and then going to school, or were you like staying somewhere there?
Yeah, I moved to like Somerset area to get closer, and then I would take a bus to school every day. It was a long bus ride, like an hour bus ride, hour 15 every day. So, it got tough. So, had to come back home, make it easier. 15 minutes away from school, so it's not bad.
Yeah, and I guess it's not like you kind of went to a team just for the location. Like they're a great team as well. So I guess you really just kind of got it all doing that. So I'm happy for you.
Yeah, very good school. Thank you.
And playing alongside a guy like Elijah Perkins, how are you guys going to be able to play on the court together?
That's like my brother. I've been playing with him for a while now, so it's pretty easy. We've already been playing in fall league games. We're clicking, throwing lobs. You know what I'm saying? But going forward, I think it's gonna be a great year.
And besides him, is there gonna be anyone else that may be leaving off from that Randy team that you think is going to have a humongous season as well?
I think all our guys, 1 through 10, 1 through 12, we're gonna have a big season. That's our statement year, like a lot of guys are saying. we have the team to win games. So we're gonna hope to do so.
And I know Elijah, he shared me some of his expectations for the season, but what are yours?
We want to win. You know what I'm saying? No matter whoever's on the schedule, we just want to play hard, play 100%. You know, and give it our all and go far.
And do you maybe have any idea what your exact role will be on the team this year?
I think I'll have more of a point guard role. You know, keeping the team together, getting the ball where it needs to be. You know, also, you know, creating for my teammates and creating for myself, you know, and getting that bucket or making that pass when they need me to.
And just out of curiosity, in your freshman year, like you were playing varsity basketball as well, right?
Yeah,
And were you also starting point guard on that team?
yeah. Started that year.
Yeah. So I guess maybe take us through some of the challenges of being, a starting point guard. That could, be arguably the biggest role on a basketball team. You were starting point guard as a freshman. Maybe talk about some of those challenges.
You know, it was tough at first, you know what I'm saying? You know, I was thinking it's like, you know, am I ready for this? You know what I'm saying? We had a big schedule. We played Sierra Canyon, we played Mount Verde. So, you know, being a freshman playing at that high of a level, like right off the bat, you know, it was tough, but I think I did really good, you know what I'm saying? I played really hard, you know, got the ball where it needs to be. You know, yeah, I did very good, had a good year.
And why do you think you were, I guess, able to give yourself that good of a year?
You know what I'm saying? But just working out with my brother, you know, getting that confidence that I needed, you know, not really thinking like who we're about to play, you know, facing a team like Montverde, you can't really look at who they have. You just got to go out there and play your game. And I think that's what I did.
Since you just mentioned Montverde, did you guys play them your freshman year?
Yeah, we did play them. You know, we also played Sierra Canyon. We lost by 14 to Sierra Canyon. We played hard. And then Montverde, that super team right there, you know, we lost by 30 plus. But
Yeah. I mean, you can't if they crushed. Actually, no, I think they beat IMG by like 10, but I swear it felt like they were beating them by 40. Like,
yeah.
yeah, they were unbelievable. Do you think that they're going to be the number one team again this year, or who do you think win, Montfort or IMG?
Um, I think they always have a great year. You know, they're always on the rankings. I think, you know, they have a great coach. I'm gonna go with Montverde.
All right, yeah, I mean, I'm not. I thought it was going to be IMG, and then all of a sudden, like I saw something where they have even more ranked guys this year than they did last year. So now I'm
Yeah,
a little bit like on the
yeah,
fence. Like I don't really know who's going to take that one, to be honest.
Montverde has all those young guys, but you know, IMG they got the juniors and seniors there that are ranked,
No,
so
no,
it's
no,
gonna be
no.
tough.
I think it's like kind of like pretty much similar. Like IMG also has a ton of juniors. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No, but same with Montverde, I think too. Though I think they're
yeah,
both kind of young.
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see that. Hopefully, we have the season. You know, we can see them play match up, but
And I want you to, just sticking to matchups, like when you're a freshman now, and again, starting point guard going up against Sierra Canyon, Montverde, before the game started, what sorts of thoughts were running through your mind?
just you know, playing my game, playing my hardest. You know, not getting caught up of who we're playing or the big names. Just going out there and do what I need to do to help the team try to win or just give it our best.
And I don't know if you're kind of like this, but like for me, let's say I even got a bucket on you. If we're playing 1-on-1 and I scored one layup, and, you beat me like 11-1, and let's say you get drafted to the NBA, I would tell everybody I scored on him. Like I wouldn't tell them the details. I would say I scored on Isaac Hester. So was there maybe any moments from those games that I guess you kind of remember a lot that you're kind of proud of?
Um, I don't know. Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Because even though those are great players, but and we were still down in the game, so couldn't really celebrate like that. But but it was a good game. Played our hardest, so I wouldn't say there was anything like that. But
Yeah, who were you matched up against in both games?
pretty sure I was going Moses Moody. Yeah, you know, Cade was 6'7", so I was, you know, that wasn't my match right there. You know, I think Moses was the
Yeah,
smallest guy on
so
the court.
well, oh wait, really? I mean, that's kind of yeah, that's just tough, man. You think you handled that like at least decently?
Yeah, I did good. You know, they were in a full court press the whole game. You know, I didn't have a turnover that game, so I was proud of myself for that. You know, breaking the press, you know, under control, you know, passing ball where it needed to be. So I think I did a really good job at that, handling the ball under pressure against that team.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. And what about for Sierra Canyon?
Sierra Canyon game, that was a good game. The crowd was obviously involved because they got guys, Bronny, Zaire Wade, so the crowd was loud. But same thing there, they pressed, they did a zone press, handled that well. You know what I'm saying? Got the ball where it needed to be, took the open shots and all that. So yeah,
And who were you matched up against for that one?
I was guarding Bronny and Amari Bay.
Man, I know you don't worry about the name, but when it's Bronny or technically LeBron James Jr., I mean you never like realize like this guy literally has the same DNA as LeBron James, which could be the greatest player of all time right now. You never thought that once.
I mean, nah, it was crazy. When you're playing, you're just in the moment. You're not really thinking about anything like that. But like after the game, of course, all my friends, they're saying stuff. The game was televised too, so they're all like coming to me. Did you talk to him? Blah blah blah. You don't really get the chance time to. You're trying to just win.
And were those games like locally, or did you have to travel a lot during your freshman year?
Oh no, they both those teams came down here to Toms River, New Jersey. Not too far at all, probably like 30 minutes. My coach wanted to take the challenge to play both teams. I think a lot of teams in that tournament didn't really want to play those teams. But my coach, my coach at the time, he took the challenge to play those teams. So
Yeah, that sounds really awesome. I guess what's it like being on a? I mean, I guess it's kind of similar to national TV, with our millions of viewers. But just what's it like, playing basketball on national TV for everyone to see?
I know at first it's tough. You got the nerves. Everybody at home's watching. Once the ball goes up for the tip off, you kind of just shrug those off. You just play.
You said like you get the nerves because everyone's watching, but do you kind of realize like you're on national TV, like all your cameras everywhere, or is it really not obvious?
No, the cameras were everywhere for that game. Yeah.
Oh, so you think like, let's say you never knew you were on national TV, and then at the end of the game, someone was like, "Oh, you were on ESPN." You would have been like, "Oh, that makes sense." You wouldn't have been like surprised.
No, we knew coming to the game it was going to be televised. It was on their schedule that they posted, Sierra Canyon posted, that said it was going to be televised on ESPN. So we all knew we were going to be televised, So it's pretty nerve-wracking, but we shook those off. We just gave our best. We fought hard that game, but yeah, the cameras were everywhere for that game. Baseline, up in the corners, and everything. It's crazy.
And were the atmosphere like just, Packer fans as well?
Yeah, the atmosphere is crazy. You'd think that we would have the home court advantage. We're pretty much the home team. They're coming from California, but nah. Every time one of them dunked, the crowd's just going crazy. So
Well, that doesn't mean that they're rooting, like the perfect example was when LeBron was on the Heat, and I remember he beat the Golden State Warriors with the buzzer beater, and I remember like the crowd was like they were going nuts, and I was so surprised because but then like I don't know, you never realized till when LeBron came back to Miami and I was at the Heat game. I mean, he scored 51 points, like everyone was cheering, like it didn't even matter. It's just kind of if you're that great or that well recognized, like if you're gonna do something, people just it's almost like a instinct. Unless they're like your
yeah,
absolute rival and you're gonna hate on them, but
yeah,
that's kind of what happens.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, did that all make you like upset at all, or a little bit angry during the game? Like, we're the home team. Like, why aren't they giving us any love or anything like that?
Nah, not really. We knew the cameras were gonna be on them. They have the ESPN ranked players, big name players. So I mean, that kind of got us a little angry. Gave us some fire. Kind of like disrespected, but yeah, we kind of knew it was gonna happen coming into the game.
And were there any other like notable guys on your team, on your freshman team as well, or were you kind of the only big name guy?
Now we had a couple. Mackenzie Mbako, he's a sophomore now as well. He's ESPN ranked. He's 19th in the country, 5 star. Denver, England, pretty sure he's a four star. And then we had, Zach Martini, who's a 4 star also. So we had some guys on our team as well.
And so what's like? Wait, are any of them older than you, or are they all the same age?
Max the same age. The sophomore is 19th or 18th in the country. But Zach has graduated. He's at Princeton now. And then Demer's a junior this year.
Okay, so wait, what's Zach's last name? Was it Martini? You said.
Yeah, Martini. Yeah,
Okay, so just having a guy that you're playing alongside, going to war with as a freshman, that commit to that Division One level. How they kind of help you and maybe even set some standards for you for the road to come.
Zach was a dog. He was a leader. On and off the court. That was a big brother to me. But yeah, he's a dog. He never backed down from anybody. No matter if you had a big name, you were ranked ahead of him, whatever. He always gave a fight. He's a bug. He's going to do big things at Princeton. I know that for sure.
And so I'm not going to share like too much, but I just kind of heard like the people that are going to these Ivy League schools, they're like legit, good players that could play, at a high major school that chose to play at an Ivy League school. Do you maybe think that we're going to see some players from the Ivy League go to the NBA anytime soon?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Sometimes players, they just want to get the great education first. So, taking that route. But, I never, you never could really, people could go different routes, what I'm saying, but still make it to this, their main goal. So, like CJ McCollum, he's at Lehigh, still made it to the NBA. Dame, Weber State, NBA. So you never could judge like a route. I think it's possible anyway.
Yeah, but you have to tell me that I'm right for this. You need to play Division One basketball
Yeah.
to get to the NBA. Not for your whole career, but I think you got to get there. I think that's a necessity. I can't think of a player that hasn't done that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If not, you're not D1, you got to make that tournament as well to get seen. So that's definitely true.
Well, no. Because if you're not D1, you don't get into the tournament. Like you play in a different tournament.
Oh my bad. I meant like lower D1, lower D1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically, like it really is. Anything's possible because we've seen a few examples. Like people say like Russell Westbrook or some play like they're showing some players and they were ranked 3 stars. Like a 3 star is really good. Like I would interview a 3 star in a heartbeat. I don't care who it is. So it's I'm not gonna say it's false hope. But I just feel like if people get mad at me for not interviewing a guy, I'm like, well, look at Russell Westbrook for example. And I'm like, Russell Westbrook was going to UCLA. So
Yeah. 3 stars are buckets. You know what I'm saying? If you have a star, yeah, underrated players.
It's so hard getting that level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is pretty crazy. And now just moving on into the interview. So, what is so special about Team Rio?
Team Rio, it's a great team out of New Jersey. We got a lot of guys that are doing big things like Ben Roy, Elijah, Jaden Pierre, Trey Patterson. You know what I'm saying? So basically, yeah, we got a lot of guys, a lot of dogs on the team. It's fun playing with those guys, in practice. Everybody comes to compete, and we just go out, play our hardest. We had a great run last year in the UAA finals. We came a little short, but, it's really fun playing with those guys.
And I just got a quick question. So I saw two Instagram accounts. It was Team Rio and then Team Rio University. Is like one like a post grad kind of team or what? What's the difference?
No. Team Rio. It was Team Rio, but then Team Rio merged with Team Izod or Sports U. So and they created Team Rio University.
Okay. That makes sense. And you said, wait, is Ben 2022?
Yeah, Ben Royce 2022.
Okay, so were you playing up in AAU, or are you just mentioning him because he's a part of the program?
I played up.
Okay, and you said you guys made like the finals too.
Yeah, we didn't make it to the finals. We made Elite Eight, but we only lost like one game. We had the #1 record in the league, so we were doing some good things out there.
Yeah, I'm sorry about I want to ask this question. I don't know why. I just feel like asking it. Like, how does it feel to get? Because I'm sure it was like a decent upset, right? If you guys are the #1 record, how does that kind of feel?
Nobody expected us to have that, #1 record. We'd be warming up. You just hear people on the side. That's the #1 team in the league. But no, we knew we had a target on our back. Everybody wanted to beat us, but I think we just played together so well that it was hard to stop us. We slipped up, had a bad game against Florida Vipers, but we I think it was a great experience. First time for a lot of us out there in the finals, so it's a great experience.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. The Florida vibe. I don't really know. Like, I'm actually thinking about it. I don't know if too many guys from my area play for the Florida Vipers, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. Like, I would not have expected that team just because I literally like they have. I feel like they have like no hype down here, to be honest. Like, no one except for their 2020. I don't know what that would be. Like the 2024 guys. Some of them
Oh, the
are good.
younger guys.
Yeah, but I don't know anyone from that team that beat you guys. Like, no one talks about them.
Yeah, I don't. They played hard. That's all I can say. So they got us.
Yeah, and I'm sure again, playing at the varsity level and being a point guard, I'm sure that was a challenge. But honestly, like you could make the argument that it's way more of a challenge playing playing up for AAU just because AAU is where, at least at your level, it's the best from every school in that area on one team. So how are we able to play up and at least play decent or just defy your role or at that higher level in AAU basketball?
Oh yeah, it was definitely a challenge. Like you said, it's the best of the best. So you can't really come and like slack. You have to play hard. No game's easy out there in the circuit. Those teams are a circuit team for a reason. So every game you have to come out hard, compete. Just play hard. I think I did that well. I came out every game, not backing down from anybody. But going hard every moment I could.
Definitely. And are you planning on like playing up throughout high school for AAU?
Yeah. I'm 2023 now. I played. We really didn't have a AU season this year, but I played 16U. So I think I'm always going to be playing up until I get to my last year, which was junior year.
So then you like played your last year twice?
Yeah, I played 16U twice. I was in eighth grade playing 16U, and then a freshman playing 16U.
Oh wait, that wasn't what I asked. You played 16U in eighth grade?
Yeah,
What? Oh my, that is like your eighth grade summer going into eighth grade or summer going into ninth grade?
summer about to go into ninth grade.
Wait, hold on. Okay, and that was the one time you playing AAU basketball though, right?
Yeah, I was
Okay,
actually know for a
okay.
fact I was in eighth grade. Yeah,
Yeah. I honestly I keep forgetting that we had a summer just because of the whole like
yeah,
virus thing. I'm thinking like, wait, was this last summer? Oh no, it was two. Like, I can't even believe like we're in a new school year. I just feel like we're continuing the other school year for some. Like I don't even know. Like I can't even explain. It's just weird.
yeah. It is. It's crazy. It feels like we're like you said we're picking up off of last year. But yeah, it is crazy. It changed a lot of things.
Definitely. And did you reclass ever, or are you just 15? I think that would be.
No, I reclassed my eighth grade year to get ready for high school. At the time, I think I was thinking that my body needed to get a little bigger, physical, faster. Get ready for the next level because we had a big schedule ahead of us. Decided to take that extra year, and I think it worked out.
And since you did reclass, is there any chance that you may go back up? Maybe at the end of your senior year, you think, yeah, I think I'm ready. Think you, I guess, bypass on your. Sorry, at the end of your junior year, you think you may just bypass your reclassified senior year then?
I feel like if I put, that decision probably had to come down the road. If I feel like I put in the work, I'm the player I think I should be at that time, then I think, that decision could come up. But, as of right now, I'm just taking it slow. I'm just getting better every day, I think.
And during so this would be during your summer going into eighth grade, you decided like I should reclass.
Yeah.
And that was your decision.
Well, like a family decision, but I agreed, to get my body right. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't there. So I decided to take that extra year to get better.
And how'd you know that your school was gonna have a really big schedule? Like how'd you know that was gonna happen?
Our coach spoke to my mom, about it, because before I came there, they had Paul McKay. I'm not sure if you know him or not. He's at Rutgers right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had a big schedule ahead of them. So our coach thought that we had to better team the next coming year when I was coming in as a freshman. So, he was telling that he was going to give us a big schedule, and he did.
Yeah, that sounds super awesome. Anyways, just moving on in the interview, how do you think you guys would have done this year for AAU basketball?
This year, it was a new team. A lot of new guys on the team. On the 16U team. Ben, Elijah, them, they all played up. Decided to play 17U. I decided to play up 16U. And we probably would have did pretty good. We would have made a run, but yeah, we didn't really get to see it because of COVID.
Definitely. And how has the recruitment process been going?
It's been going good. You know what I'm saying? This year, this sophomore year should be, even bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because this is really when coaches can, really get in contact with you now. Give you a phone call and all that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. That sounds awesome. My final question for you is: before you graduate high school, what would you like to accomplish?
Before I graduate high school, I want to play in, a couple of those, All American games. At least one or two of them. I want to, just have a lot of offers. To accomplish my goals for the next level, play professionally, and then pay back my parents for everything they did for me. Everybody in my family. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, man. And before we end the show, is there anything you want to plug or anybody you want to shout out?
Shout out to everybody who's keeping it real. Who's been along my journey. Yeah, shout out to them, everybody.
For sure, man. That sounds awesome. Well, anyways, thank you so much for taking your time, coming on, letting me interview you. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys give him a follow on Instagram at Isaac_H3. I'm at iHoopsFL. Anyways, for 2023 point guard, Isaac, NaNa Hester, I'm Isaac Fleischer, and this has been another iHoopsFL interview. Peace out, guys.